This week on Swift Waters.
What a great year we had this year.
This episode is about off-season fun.
You guys gotta stick around and watch this show. Welcome to Swift Waters Season 4. What a great year we had this year.
This episode is about off-season fun. You're going to see us scouting throughout the country, and then we join forces with the Wisconsin Waterfowl Association and our local DNR, and we clean up local marsh.
Then it comes into some of my favorite time off-season, tinkering with mechanics. We go after the mud motor and we tear it down to do a full rebuild just in time for the Mitten Mayhem over in Michigan. We tear up the course over there. Outside of that, one last piece of equipment that we tear into is Project F. We're calling it Project Freelancer. It's a new rig that we're going to roll this year. You guys got to stick around and watch this show. All right, so everybody, you know we love to scout. Now, we don't even call it preseason because we just start scouting as soon as we turn the guns down, we pick the cameras up, and we start rolling again. What do? We headed right back down to Arkansas right after what we call is the thaw and tried to catch some of the birds before they start heading north. Man, do we get into the birds. We're on the river, we're heading north.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're all over the place still. You know, we're back in these little sloughs, so we're bumping them up.
We're looking for new locations for the coming season already. We're plotting them on our GPS, trying to mark waypoints.
We go up this one area. It's just an awesome little slough. Actually, it's a huge slough. Oh man, this is an awesome area. We dropped in this little bit of a pocket here. But you can see the med line there. That puts the water back in the woods, maybe around 6 inches to 8 inches. That's perfect. It's still dropped down and we got flooded timbers out in front of us. So even if the water isn't really high, we got kind of both areas of topology that we can play with. Again, this is just a nice little spot. We'll drop it in on the GPS. Who knows, we haven't been here before. We got cypress trees. I just love these things. We got cypress trees, you know, we got oaks. So there's gonna be wood ducks back in here. You know me and wood ducks, right? So this is just gonna be a cool little deal. I can't wait. And we run up at about 3 or 4 other miles.
Back.
Well, and then I get up so far up the river, I'm like, we got to turn around and start heading home. And I tell you what, the inevitable happens. The big motor locks up on me hard, you know.
And we are drifting the river.
Right.
It's 2 in the afternoon, and we got 2-3 hours ahead of us yet before we hit the launch.
And thank God the weather's awesome, so we just kind of float it out and get back to the launch.
Yeah, so get the boat back on, and we decide we're still going to do some scouting. And we come across these fields. They're getting ready to plant their crops, and they're crop dusting. This is the coolest thing in the world.
You know, there's nothing better than seeing these aces out there and these crop dusting machines that are just built to the horse.
They are really flying the deck. They're probably 10 feet off the deck. The guy comes, he's got this awesome little plane, flies, spreads the chemicals, cranks it right around and comes and does another pass. Oh, I'd give anything to be up in there.
One of the main crops down there obviously is rice, you know, beans and corn, but where we're standing right now, it's all about the rice fields, and man, are they getting them in tip-top shape for the upcoming season. So our next destination is back up into Wisconsin in the northern part of the mighty Mississippi River.
Swift Waters is proudly brought to you by Kent Cartridge, Caddis Waterfowl Wading Systems, Woodland Resort, Camo Systems, Mount Man Guns, Peat Dryer, Mech Shooting Sports, Epic Guide Service, Big Al's Decoys, Thermacell Heated Products, Browning, and these fine sponsors.
Kent Bismuth Premium Shot Shells has taken waterfowl loads to a new level. When you're chasing the migration, Bismuth is an easy choice for your next hunt. Whether you're in the field, marsh, open water, or flooded timbers, Bismuth provides superior ballistics and consistent performance for every type of wing shooting. Harsh conditions demand the most of us and our gear. Bismuth is the shot we rely on. Kent Bismuth, it's back, and it's better than ever. Being the year-round duck hunters, we rely on waders from Waterfowl Wading Systems by Caddis.
Caddis makes a great ladies' wader that is made to fit a woman.
With many styles, the Northern Guide Breathables and the Hybrid Extreme waders will keep you warm and dry in any weather conditions. The Pete Wader system eliminates moisture from hip boots and waders. They provide us with confidence that our gear will be warm and dry at the start of each day. The result is what we call Pete Dry.
Pete Dryer. We invented dry.
Camel Systems 3D camouflage netting eliminates outlines and allows you to blend into your environment. Whether you hunt portable or permanent blinds, Camel Systems will make you blend in and provide a perfect foundation for total concealment. Blend in with Camel Systems. The Woodland Resort is perfect for the freelance hunter in the Prairie Pothole region of North Dakota.
They offer seasonal accommodations, luxury suites, cabins, and rooms.
They also provide a cleaning house with an on-site marina. Be sure to check out Woodland Resort for your next adventure. Connie and I found ourselves enjoying the outdoors all the time.
It's where we really want to be.
A lot of this is always focused around water. And, not just lakes, rivers, marshlands, but also outside that fresh, clean drinking water. So we're going to kick off a new initiative called Get Infused. And it's all about trying to preserve and improve fresh water.
To learn more about Get Infused and to become an ambassador, go to swiftwaters.com.
This segment's brought to you by Mud Buddy Outdoors.
So after we did conclude our Arkansas trip, immediately we got back into the boat, back into the pole barn. I tear down the motor to see what the heck's wrong with it. I'm looking out into the exhaust port and I see a valve hanging in there. Not a good sign. So what do? I get on the horn, I get a hold of Brandon and Brian with Mitten Mayhem Performance. Man, and right away we just start going down the path. Some guys see this as just devastating. Me?
Not him.
Oh, I couldn't be more
excited.
Couldn't be more excited about it. I get a hold of Mud Buddy. I'm talking to Mika and Glenn and saying, I got to throw parts at this baby. I got to get this motor over to those guys. They got to do a full tear down, rebuild. She's crated and in the truck. I'm pretty well wore down. Thank God Connie was here. She gave me a hand to get it up in this monster. Brandon, it's coming your way. So our next destination is back up into Wisconsin in the northern part of the mighty Mississippi River. Man, do we love that area. Oh, Connie, is this just the best ever? Late June, I should say, late June, far west part of the state. We're on some of these back sloughs. This is kind of like our old stomping ground. We're actually out scouting. So, what do we look for at this time of the year? Where's the water level? This year, it couldn't be any better. It's at a very nice height. It's not way down to where there's kind of in a drought situation. Also, the islands, as you can see them, are all crusted off. They got a lot of green vegetation off on the side. The lily pads are able to surface yet. And also the broods have already cracked open. The little guys are following the moms around. So in contrast, sometimes we come out here and it's just flooded up, and the broods are looking for high ground and they're just scattered everywhere. And generally, the early season hunts are not so good, but this is shaping up to be a nice deal. We're pretty excited about it. Again, everybody get out there in early spring, because you think you see a lot in the fall. Man, the spring just rocks it. They're in full plumage. They're doing all the mating courtships, the whole bit. Even on our little lake, we get a whole show. So, man,
yeah, the hooded mergansers always give us a show out here.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. So another location in Wisconsin, we want to go even further north. We're up by the Michigan border and we grab one of the rivers that dump right out in Lake Michigan. We found a boat ramp.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, totally in the middle of nowhere. The year before, it turned out to be just a great hunt for us, so we thought this year we'll spend a little time, you know, really pick out some real sweet spots.
So this is the spot. This is plan A. We hunted here once last year. It looks great. Shawn brought us in. There's a little back bay here. We had ducks flying out of here. It's a little bit higher than last year, so you know, if this is the spot we choose, we'll be hunting out of the boat blind, which is great for us, but this is the spot. We're gonna keep going down the river and see what else it brings.
Some of the areas that we had been in the year before that was all sandbars, completely under, bulrushed, you know, in the back area, the cattails, and we just kind of putzed around, all kinds of wildlife, you know, already coming through, this big snappers we saw. It was cool as heck. But who knows what the season's gonna, you know, lend us with the water levels and as well as, you know, the bird population. So we'll come back up a little bit later in the season to check on this spot one more time. Good trip though, really good trip. Our next move is to go west, but we're staying way north on the mighty Mississippi to see again how it's producing. So early season yet, we're a little bit past, you know, the time frame of the migration. They're done, and we're hoping that we're back into some wild rice on one of the mud lakes.
How exciting is this? We got back in this back bay again. I mean, there's ducks flying everywhere. I motioned to Shawn to, you know, cut it. I see a mama and some young, so you know there's still the little ones here yet with their broods, which is probably a late hatch, but the water's up a couple feet and we're not going any further in.
In the local area 2 nights ago, they had some flat winds come across. I'm hearing between 60 and 80 miles an hour. It just pelted these trees with the high water, all the root systems completely saturated underneath the ground. Good thing is it's always great cover for the birds. The downside is I normally used to go out this way, and I can see this tree and about 3 more on down that's completely plugged it up this year. A couple more years, the limbs and stuff will come off and we'll bust our way through it right over all that. So, but that's all part of scouting, right? Right now it's kind of checky on the list if we're going to head back in that area, but that's what scouting's about. Start looking at where the water levels are. If it's going to do that much damage to the vegetation, we know it won't be there late season, maybe off the list. We'll see how it rolls this year. We hooked up with Wisconsin Waterfowl Association, the DNR. They put together Adopt a Wetlands program. We got, I don't know, 8 boats that hooked up with us.
And you have all kinds. You have kids to ladies to guys, all want to pitch in and help clean up this marsh. It hadn't been cleaned up in years and we really had no idea what we were in for.
The objective is to go out and look for any type of garbage, you know, plastics, old blinds that have been in there for years, you know, tear them down, because in Wisconsin you can't leave a blind up all year round, but and try to get it back to as pristine as we can, right?
So we're just skirting the edge of the marsh looking for debris and we come across a goose nest with eggs in it. This is the first one that we actually have found. It's really cool. Looks like, you know, she probably got bumped from the action that's out here. We don't want to get any closer than this, but it's really kind of cool to see.
I mean, the amount of just garbage that are in these things was unbelievable. As you can see, we loaded a dumpster to the point where we had to put a whole nother stack of stuff next to it. Everybody should partake in a kind of giving back, you know.
To the sport, yes.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, we're just getting a little older, a little more mature, whatever, but, you know, doing that is a great thing.
So you want to make this marsh better for the waterfowlers, for the canoers, the kayakers, anyone that uses this property, just to make it clean and to pick it up.
So giving back like that, you know, get out there, whether it's in your own local area or, you know, some of the areas you're visiting, and if you're just walking through the trails, you know, pick up some of the garbage that's out there. It'll help us all. Kent Bismuth Premium Shot Shells has taken waterfowl loads to a new level. When you're chasing the migration, Bismuth is an easy choice for your next hunt. Whether you're in the field, marsh, open water, or flooded timbers, Bismuth provides superior ballistics and consistent performance for every type of wing shooting. Harsh conditions demand the most of us and our gear. Bismuth is the shot we rely on. Kent Bismuth, it's back, and it's better than ever. The Woodland Resort is perfect for the freelance hunter in the Prairie Pothole region of North Dakota.
They offer seasonal accommodations, luxury suites, cabins, and rooms.
They also provide a cleaning house with an on-site marina. Be sure to check out Woodland Resort for your next adventure. Waterfowl Wading Systems by Caddis has designed waders for all conditions. The Northern Guide breathables are perfect for warm weather, while the Hybrid Extremes are great for standing in the frigid timbers.
Caddis has designed a great ladies wader that is made to fit a woman.
Waterfowl Wading Systems by Caddis. Camo Systems 3D camouflage netting eliminates outlines and allows you to blend into your environment. Whether you hunt portable or permanent blinds, Camo Systems will make you blend in and provide a perfect foundation for total concealment. Blend in with Camo Systems. The most important part of anyone's hunt is their firearms. With new and used guns and all the accessories you want, visit Mountain Man Guns. Dan Yeager provides high-quality service with over 30 years' experience in the firearm industry. Visit Mountain Man Guns in Cambridge, Wisconsin. Connie and I found ourselves enjoying the outdoors all the time.
It's where we really want to be.
A lot of this is always focused around water. And not just lakes, rivers, marshlands, but also outside of that fresh, clean drinking water. So we're going to kick off a new initiative called Get Infused. And it's all about trying to preserve and improve fresh water.
To learn more about Get Infused and to become an ambassador, go to swiftwaters.com.
This segment's brought to you by Mitten Mayhem Performance.
Brandon has just done unbelievably amount of work. I mean, everything on this thing has been touched, polished, chromed. The old stump jumper yet lives again. She is fresh. She is going to be unbelievable. I am so stoked. Look at all the fun stuff he's done to it. Let's get this thing off of the crate and onto the boat. So keep in mind, we're like 3 or 4 weeks away from Mitten Mayhem, the run that we're all going to be at. I got to get it back, put it on a frame outside of all the other work I want to do.
Give it a test run.
Yeah, and then go back over to Michigan. I went through and redid the whole mount system, repainted it up, got the whole lower unit re-greased, new bearings, the whole bit, new belts, new clutches, got the whole back end assembly to put on, the whole clutch, spacers. I got to rewire the whole thing. All right, well, I think we're ready for the first firing. Pretty nervous about the whole thing, I got to be honest with you. I'm just so freaking excited, I can't even think. But I think we're ready. Holy cow. All right, we pump some fuel in her. We'll put some choke on her. A little more fuel in her. Oh yeah. In here. Yeah. There we go, Brandon. You the man. That sounds nice. We made it. We made it. We made it. We made it over to Michigan. We're at the Mitten. We're here 3rd year in a row. We're just going to launch Stump Jumper. It's really kind of a maiden voyage. All the guys are starting to roll in. We're going to get out and try to set the course up. We got new areas apparently Brandon's found that he's going to take us out in. We got a bunch of boats showing up. I think you guys confirmed 30, 35, something like that. So come on along, man. You're going to love it. So we put in, we head up to Muskegon and we start putting a new course in. You know, the Fridays for us is just more exciting than the actual run because it's just a small group of guys, pretty intimate, you know, a bunch of fellas. We run it hard and we get back to the Mitten to be able to put some dinner together and, you know, good times around a campfire. But that just rolls us right into Saturday
morning.
Yeah, and people are rolling in all night long. Hey, welcome back. You guys are going to sit back, watch some action. We're just getting ready to launch and we're going to take off from here. You know, and the original thought is we'll break up, you know, maybe 30, 40 boats, you know, 2 different sections, take 2 separate waves out. Nah, you know, that never works out as planned. We all group up and pile in and we're just tied into it. You know, and we got to go down all these little creeks and backwater, you know, under bridges that are just, you know, completely down, and you got to lay in the boats, crashing in, traffic jams, you know, but it's all, it's just all fun.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah.
Everybody has a great day.
And the deal is, you know, with the poker run, everybody gets a chip at the end of the race. You know, it's all in for prizes. When we hit the slalom course, though, so this year, you know, I'm thinking I got a nice new rebuilt motor, and we're just going to blow it out. Well, yeah,
we start out really good, and then we slide out halfway across. You couldn't dig in.
I even got a running start at the gates. You know, I'm thinking we're gonna blow right through this, get the best time out of it. Hit the first gate, we're doing well. You know, we bank it really nice, got a nice dig on the edge. We get to the far end of it, and you got to make a hard 90 and cut back in through gates. Man, I just slid out. Totally boogered up my time, you know. So what do? We get out of the course and we hit it back in again one more time. I'm thinking this time I'll slow her down, you know, into that corner and try not to slide out. Man, there's so much horsepower on the back of this motor right now, it's kicking my rear end out, and it's the first time I drove the boat. So, you know, lesson learned, I just go through the vegetation. We have a great run. We don't take first place at all. Nope. Yeah, but we did. We had a great time with it. So, you know, after the slalom course, we get to just relax in the river. Everyone's having a good time. You know, cook some dogs in one of the boats. You know, have some toddies, and, you know, and enjoy each other's company. Back to the campsite, we do a huge feed at night. We've got anything. It's
all potluck. Everybody brings it in. You've got, you name it.
We got walleye. Guys are cooking. We did the venison. We did a waterfowl jambalaya, a full Cajun boil. Oh,
it was really delicious.
Yeah, what a deal! What a deal. We get into the prizes, the raffles. You know, everyone's a winner with that type of a deal. From there is a bonfire, and Sunday morning, you know, kind of do a last run if anyone wants to, or you pack up and get the heck out of there. What a great trip.
It is always, you know, every year it gets better and better. Thanks, Brandon and Amy, for putting this together and getting everybody else on board. You do an awesome job.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Delta Waterfowl. Thanks a lot, you know, Michigan Waterfowl Association for taking the contributions and putting the money back into the local area. Anyway, what a great trip.
Swift Waters is proudly brought to you by Kent Cartridge, Caddis Waterfowl Wading Systems, Woodland Resort, Camo Systems, Mountain Man Guns, Peat Dryer, Mech Shooting Sports, Epic Guide Service, Big Al's Decoys, Thermacell Heated Products, Browning, and these fine sponsors.
Last year, July type of time frame, right?
July, August.
Yeah. I had a really bad accident with my truck. You know, I had the green rig, and I was coming home from work, and long story short, I had to lock up the binders really hard. She rocked around on two wheels around the side, and I planted it down in a ditch on its side. Unfortunately, it was totaled out. But once again, some people might be, you know, just totally devastated by that. Considering this was, that truck was a 2000 F250 with that legendary 7.3 motor in it, rock solid, you know, and I had it just tweaked. But I'm thinking we can do better. So what do we do?
He's on the search.
Yeah. So I hit it nationwide and find another rig out in Salt Lake City. So literally, I hang up with one of my friends out there. And on a Friday, we get on a plane Saturday morning at 6 a.m. and we're in Salt Lake City
by 10 a.m.
By 10 a.m. And, you know, and I'm so excited about the rig because it's a 99 F350, got the 7.3 turbo in it. It is pristine.
Under 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
Where do you find one of those today's day and age?
Yep.
Shawn was able to.
We fire it up, you know, and we head back. And then we're like, okay, well, we're going to Wisconsin. Do we just go barrel straight through?
No way. I want to see the country.
Yeah.
Shawn says, let's take an extra day or two and let's enjoy this trip.
Right. Then we head north and we're heading towards Yellowstone. We're looking at the map and we're like, should we go through the southern entrance? Should we go through the western entrance? Right? And we're like the Tetons.
Yeah, we want to see them. And it's fall.
So and it is in full bloom.
Unbelievable.
So we got the mountains in behind us, you know, the rivers coming right through. There are people there from all over the world. we get past the Tetons, we're heading due east, and what do? We get over a bridge, and we got a grist.
Gosh.
It's
huge grizzly
huge.
bear.
Yeah.
It's like right there.
It's so cool. Way
it was
cool.
super sweet.
Yeah.
It was like, we'll never see that again in a lifetime.
So, you know, the sites that we have in America is just get out there
In the
and
country
see them.
here, go see them, go visit them.
Yeah.
You know, it just takes a little bit of time, get in the car and drive.
And what a way to break in the new rig, right? So we transformed this project now, it's called Project Freelancer, named off of how we hunt, freelancing. So the project is, you're gonna see through the rest of these episodes how this truck transforms into a completely stock rig, into something that's moderately modified, because we pile on the miles on this thing.
Shawn style ride.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. I couldn't be more happy with this thing. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching Swift Waters with Shawn and Connie.
Next week we head to North Dakota. You don't want to miss that episode.
Closed captioning brought to you by Thermacell Heated Products.